Hello all, BowTieSecurityGuy here. Wanted to talk about finances a little bit. I know it's weird. I'm getting into your business. I'm not a financial consultant. Um, but I've had a lot of conversations with a lot of people who are looking to make the pivot into cyber. Let me go through some of the reasons that you want to make the pivot into cyber. You want new and exciting things. You want a constantly changing environment. You want to completely jack your work schedule, working overnights, um, working crazy hours, uh, being on call, um, or you just want to utilize your degree that you got. Those are all decent reasons to kind of get into cyber. Let's talk about reasons that you don't want to get into cyber. Um, One, there is no stability. This is a very weird field right now. There are more employees looking for jobs than there are jobs available. We're looking at around 900,000 or so technical workers over the last several years who have been laid off, and there are just not that many real jobs that get open. So if you're looking to make the pivot, if you're looking for stability, cyber no longer has that. It's okay. This is the kind of, we had it for a long time. For the longest time, cyber was a job where I could lose my job, and then by the time I left the parking lot, I would have another job offer. That is no longer happening. And it's not because people don't need help. It's not because that they're not understaffed. It's that because they're underfinanced and companies are hiring a lot overseas. For the cost of one worker in the United States, I can hire several workers in Poland or India who are equally as good. So it's a hard thing for employers to look at the US market and say, yeah, let's go ahead and pay drastically more. So what are they doing? They're not paying drastically more. The pay has dropped substantially. So if you're looking to get into cyber and you're making over six figures, you're probably not going to be able to do that easily. Somebody gave me some great advice. She's a recruiter and been a recruiter for a very long time. She said, for every $10,000 that you want to make in technology, that is how many months you're going to need to search for a job to find that opportunity. So if you want to make $120,000, it's going to take you at least a year. And I'm not saying this to dissuade you, I'm saying this to prepare you. I have these conversations all the time. If you are not in a position where you can be laid off and last six months to a year, you probably shouldn't move into cyber because there's not the stability that there once was. I've had multiple mentees who have gotten jobs who have been laid off. It sucks. It's a really hard thing. Um, And I don't like saying this because I don't want people to not be interested in cyber or to be discouraged, but I also want you to be fully prepared that if you're looking to make the plunge into technology, awesome. We would love to have you. Just make sure you're doing it for the right reasons and not because you're chasing some sort of financial thing that the colleges told you was there, right? There are very few six-figure jobs for entry level. I've actually I only know of one mentee over the last 2 years who got over six figures, and that was at Google for an entry level role. Um, and they were really good. Majority of us are decent. We're not Google level good. I'm not Google level good. Um, that's not a bad thing. You still may be great at what you do, but in order to get that pay, you need to really kind of be the best of the best or have a very specific niche or skill set. Your average entry level role is going to be anywhere from 45,000 to 85,000 at the top end. I've seen a little bit higher, but not by much over the last few years. Your senior level roles, if you've been a technician for a while and you're trying to make the pivot into cyber, maybe you're going for like a senior role, you're looking at anywhere between 100 to 120 maybe 140, 150 on the top end for most jobs. Granted, there's startups, there's smaller companies, there's all kinds of different opportunities where you might be able to find that, but it's really going to come down to who have you built a relationship with and how are you getting that opportunity? Because nobody is getting in with just a resume. You need to build relationships. You need to network. You need to socialize. You need to go to conferences. You need to volunteer at conferences. You need to put time into social. It sucks, but that is the reality of this job market is every job that opens gets hundreds of applicants, a lot of them applying with AI, that look perfect for the job. So instead of wasting time looking through hundreds of the exact same resume, I have seen them and they are identical because the AI builds them the same because it's built on the role. Instead of doing that, meet with people, go shake hands. If there's a local cyber conference, go hang out with them. If there's a local cyber get together, go do it. If you have a local ISC squared chapter, join. It is worth it. You'll get to hear speakers like me and other professionals in this who love to talk about technology. You'll also get to talk to others in the organization, in the area who are into technology. Also, don't think you're going to get a remote job. That's probably not going to happen. So mentally prepare yourself for this career pivot for the right reasons. If you're looking for stability, we know it's not there. If you're looking for remote, the odds of getting a remote job are very, very slim. That's like winning the lottery. And if it's a leadership remote role, that's even harder, right? I am completely blessed to have that with my company, and I am worried about it going away literally every day because it's such an amazing thing to be able to run a full remote team, but it's also a very rare thing, and I am incredibly thankful for it. So think about why you're moving, talk to your spouse, talk to your significant other, and tell them what it's going to take. Tell them your hours are going to change. They need to be flexible. Tell them that you're going to make less money and plan for that. Make sure you have enough in savings so you can recover if you are laid off. Unfortunately, last hired, and a lot of times, is going to be first laid off. So make sure that you've cushioned yourself and positioned yourself in a way that you can take a chance without taking a huge risk. That's all I got. Good luck out there.